おもてなし。
喜ぶのは村の子供たちだけだって。
ああ、この心地よい肌触りが私を至福の眠りへと誘います。
本当に申し訳ありませんでした。
I can't be the only one. Do you all think that the spider's gonna turn into a spider waifu? Maybe I've just watched one too many anime. Maybe Kumo, you know, maybe just, I don't know, like, is a spider gonna be spider waifu? You know what I mean? Would that be kind of cool? Okay, for real though, possibly the greatest Alchemist. It was episode number 2. I'm still loving it. Now, here's the thing, you know, in talking to a few of you in the comments, I understand this is another kind of by the books isekai. Another guy gets reincarnated. He comes across specific powers. He's a little bit OP. He's going to end up, based on the ED, getting a harem of beast girls and elves. And he's going to have a lot of success being an alchemist. And when you have these more traditional kind of by the number isekais, he probably won't face any grave danger. He's just going to be living life in another world and trying to dodge being taken advantage of by the kingdom, the empire, the church, you know. That's probably going to be the big looming thing, is just him trying to navigate his new life while maintaining his independence and ensuring that he's not taken advantage of. And if that doesn't sound good to you, and there's, you know, there's some comedy, there's some comedic stuff here. It's not a comedy, but there's some funny stuff that goes on. Some cute girls. He's probably not going to be in a spot where he has like a romantic relationship with one or any of these girls, especially if they are slaves, because, you know, slaves are, you know, the anime MCs, unless it's redo healer, they pretty much, you know, are allergic to the opposite sex kind of thing. I could be wrong, but more, you know, this is probably not going to have any fun stuff or anything that will satiate that appetite in that realm of the show, at least I believe. If that's not your speed, hey, totally understand. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. There's enough of these shows that exist and will continue to exist. Ones that you probably missed, you can go back and watch and just binge them. There's probably ones to come, you know, and I get it. On the opposite side of the coin, though, I like it. I like it quite a bit. So I'm really enjoying the Alchemist anime, you know, quite a bit. I like that he has, in episode 1, you know, he got to a village and they assisted him and yada, yada, yada. And I like that by the end of episode 1, we were like, okay, what's going to happen next kind of thing. And now by episode 2, he left the village and now is in the big city. And he met somebody who was a merchant. And at this point, he has now created a toilet. He is now able to have a new project to work on. Based on him being this merchant, he was able to make a lot of money based on the potions that he created, because he is an alchemist, an alchemy. I would probably stay away from anything like creating toilets, anything that involves magic that could get you caught up. But he's probably going to go through with it anyways, because the merchant is a good salesman. He was able, through this same merchant, able to establish a good connection. He was able to find a home to live in. The merchant was able to rent him out a pretty nice place with kind of a warehouse where he could, you know, work on all of his alchemy and stuff. So he now has a place in the big city, and he now has a mission, which is clean up their sanitary and sewage and stuff, because it's disgusting, and that's how you get diseases really quickly. So he now is able to have a goal. And at the end of this episode, they were able to introduce, like, hey, the merchant was like, hey, I'm your buddy. You're like, the best thing you can do is get a slave or slaves, because they're going to be contracted to you. So anything you don't want them to say, they're not going to be unable to say it, which is going to need protection. He needs help because he signed up to be the Adventure Guild, and the deal with being an adventurer or being a legalized or identified adventurer is you must do at least 1 quest a month, 12 quests a year. This is pretty reasonable. But he's not a fighter, so for him to be able to accomplish this, he's going to need, again, 1 or more slaves, you know, preferably slaves who have battle magic or battle abilities or weapon abilities or something, you know what I mean? And of course, if you're gonna get slaves, might as well get all girls, you know what I mean? Just kind of makes sense. Young dude in this other world, just makes sense. So I like everything that it's doing so far. I think the best character is the spider. The spider does provide that comedic effects. They wove up all, the merchant. It was really a funny moment this episode. And I thought it was really cool. Oh, also he got a really cool badass cloak as well from the last village that he was at. They kind of made him a really, really cool parting gift. So I thought that would be okay as well. Or I thought that was really good as well. I like that quite a bit too. So he got his little Kirito on. So I thought that was cool. But yeah, I am liking this life in another world. This very much reminds me, I can't remember the name of it right now. This reminds me of the slime anime where the kid goes to another world and he has slime. Slime anime. What is the name of that one? I love that show too. Dang. Anyways, it's an anime where he gets reincarnated into the world as a kid, and he basically is a slime tamer and stuff. It kind of reminds me of that one as well too, where there's not going to be a lot of things that actually end up happening. It's just going to be one of those shows that ends up being just really fun. There was also one like this as well. I think it was another slime one as well too. It was called like The Weakest Tamer or something like that, where this girl was reincarnated as well, and that one kind of had like the same. Was she reincarnated or was she just a villager? I don't remember, but it was just kind of like same vibes, like nothing that's really like really threatening or anything that happened, like no Demon Lord, just another like life in another world. So I'm really liking possibly The Greatest Alchemist. I'm not saying it's going to win any awards. I think this is probably end up being around a 6 or 7 out of 10, but an enjoyable one, in my opinion. So episode 2 I thought was really good. I can't wait to see the first slave. I assume the first slave is going to be this elf girl that he just met who told him to go away. She seems to have some kind of like maybe future sight or future seeing ability or something like that. That's at least my guess. But I guess we'll find out more going into it. So yeah, let me know how you guys are feeling about this show. Are you sticking with it? Are you dropping it? Are you waiting and seeing, giving another episode? Let me know in the comments below. But I will see you guys next week for possibly The Greatest Alchemist, episode number 3. All right, I'll see you then, my friends. Peace.